Skate 4 is finally out, so today we're booting up the PS3 and heading back to Skate 3 to experience peak childhood gaming with yet another dead platinum. Or undead platinum. Skate 3's trophies are in a bit of a weird spot. The servers originally got shut down in 2016, making the platinum impossible. But in 2018, they suddenly turned back on. So I found a group and we went for the 12 online trophies, popping 10 of them before the servers went back down. Thinking the platinum impossible, I put my head down and walked away. Until 2020, when someone from that group messaged me to say the servers were back up again. So we hopped on and got the remaining 2 online trophies, making my platinum possible again.
Were you killed?
Sadly, yes. But I lived.
And to this day, the servers are still online, making this platinum possible for anyone. Anyway, I ended up with 28 of the 48 trophies needed for the platinum. So in today's video, I'm getting the remaining 20, and I'm gonna do it using only tricks I know IRL. Okay, maybe not. I decided to start off easy, and opened up my own skate park to get the terrain meter to red. And after crafting a masterful skate park, truly something Tony Hawk would be proud of, the trophy popped, just like that. Moving on to the actual challenges, most of them have 2 objective lists. A basic one, to simply own the challenge, and a more specific one, to kill the challenge. And we need to not only own every challenge in the game, but kill 80 of them along the way. You'll also notice that we get board sales every time we kill or own a challenge. And since I've already passed the first 5 milestones, our next goal is 1 million boards sold for the gold trophy. I decided to start with the last 3 Hall of Meat challenges I had left, and I used to have so much fun doing these back in the day. Good times. Anyway, that's why I only have 3 left to beat. Now 2 of these remaining Hall of Meats were pretty easy, even to kill. But this last one, Thorax Crunch, took an hour and a half just to own. And being the hardest Hall of Meat challenge, rewarded us a trophy for doing so. But I don't get to move on yet. I still have to kill it. And man did I lock in, taking only 2 more attempts to get the kill. From there, I finished up the 5 team challenges I had, which were all super basic, like take a photo, or do 6 tricks. So here's the trophy pop for that. Finishing those team challenges also unlocked the Goofy vs. Regular contest, so I entered it to go after our next trophy. I'd also like to mention, I sucked at this event. Probably because I skate Goofy IRL, and they put me on Team Regular.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Anyway, that didn't matter, because my teammates were able to carry me for the win. But now it was time to own the lots. Starting with the new factory, I made easy work of most of the challenges. That is, until I started the sick list. 5 minutes to do the 10 required tricks. And it took me over 2 hours. But with my progress from years ago, that was my 3rd of the 11 lots owned. Next up was Harborside, which posed no challenge, so I made my way through the lot list and moved on to the Burbotron, where I struggled hard to land a 720 spin for over 20 minutes. But by the end of this lot, I was starting to feel my Skate 3 steez come back. Moving on to Park and Play, either I really did get better, or we have another easy one, because within 25 minutes, I had the lot owned. With the only challenge giving even a slight problem being the first one, for accumulating 10k points in a minute 30. And it was only difficult until I realized points from this drop count, even though it's out of the challenge area. heading down to rip on towers. We have 10 challenges to do this time. And I'm telling you, man, give me a rail or a ledge, and I'll have the time of my life. I love hitting a nice grind, which is what half of these challenges were about. So once again, we wrapped the lot up in under 30 minutes. Deciding to take a small break from owning lots, I went to go kill the rest of the photos, and the only one that was really hard was Thar She Blows, where I need to carve around the bowl and transfer hip to hip, and it was just so difficult to line up properly. Luckily, the first time I made the transfer, I also finger flipped it to kill the challenge.
That was insane!
Which ended up rewarding me enough board sales to hit 1 million. We also unlocked the monster contest.
Hey, Retta again. Monster's got some big air doohickey thingy going on. It's supposed to be a big one. I think you should get out there and represent and take it down.
But we'll do that later. Right now, we have 2 more photos to kill, and they were so much easier than that last one. Beating them gets us on the cover of Thrasher, and since we already had the skateboard mag cover, we got another trophy. Feeling refreshed by those 2 trophies, I shifted my focus back to the lots and hit up the quarry. And once again, everything was easy enough, until I started throwing rocks. This lot's trick list challenge. And honestly, it isn't even that bad, man. I just sucked for some reason. So I took a short break to eat, and when I came back, it was no problem. Anyway, with that done, there were only 3 lots left. Making our way to the next one, Carverton Memorial Park, the only challenging part here was avoiding pedestrians. I swear I was about to crash out with the amount of times they bumped into me. And for that alone, this is my least favorite lot. The trick list challenge at the end had a big drop in though, so at least it ended fun. But now it's time to get lost in nostalgia with the Super Ultra Mega Park. I remember back in like 2012 going to my friend's house after school just so we could take turns bombing this park. And now, after all those years, I get to come back and own it. There's only 7 challenges in this lot, which I think is the least out of any of them. Anyway, accumulating points and getting airtime to do tricks in this skate park is not hard at all. So naturally, the challenges were pretty easy, even if we did have to accumulate 30,000 points or do a bunch of spins. The final challenge was a trick list, as usual, and out of all of them, it was both the easiest and the most fun. It gives you 10 whole minutes to do 10 tricks, and if my math is correct, that's like a minute per trick. And they weren't even that crazy. The only one I had to look up was the 2.5-second dart catch. Now, I know how to do dart catches. I do. Even 2.5-second ones. But you're telling me this doesn't count? Yeah, turns out you need to dart catch off the ground, not while already in the air. But once I found that out, the lot was owned. With 1 lot remaining, I tried to do it, and it wasn't in my trick list. Thinking I either got a glitch or just needed to progress more, I decided to go kill one of the spots I hadn't done yet. And at the top of that list was Grinds of Destiny. And if you've ever played this spot, you know. Somehow, within my first 5 attempts, I managed to just barely own it. But to kill it, we'd have to double our score, so I put it down for the night. The next day, I made my way back to Grinds of Destiny. It took another hour and a half to kill the challenge, and at one point, I almost had it until... Yeah, I gotta up the switch on him. There's no other option. Anyway, I think the power of music helped me lock in, because I happened to kill it right as my Skate 3 anthem started playing.
Got the mic on his hip in the holster, told ya, true rap soldier. All the people in the place, I'd like to get to know ya. First push up your hands if use them. Get them cigarettes out of the place, I can't stand people blowing smoke all over.
With the last lot still not showing up on my challenge list, I looked it up, and it turns out we have to beat both Maloof contests to unlock the Money Cup lot. So I went ahead and did those, and the competition wasn't too fierce. After coming in first every round for both contests, not only was the final lot unlocked, but I got a trophy too. Now that the Maloof Money Cup is unlocked, we have the opportunity to own the final lot. And within 15 minutes, I had 8 of the 9 challenges complete, leaving us with the Maloof Vert list, which ranks as my second favorite challenge, beaten only by the Super Ultra Mega Park trick list. And with the final lot owned, our lot monopolist trophy pops. The next order of business was to win every contest for the 3 related trophies. Of course, I dominated these, and eventually, we made it to the T-Mobile Street Contest. So, shout out T-Mobile for this trophy.
Big up to T-Mobile for kicking down some of that cheddar, that Gouda to make this happen.
Swapping from street contests to tranny contests, we make our way towards that monster contest we unlocked earlier for the 1 million board sales. But as I cracked open my second white monster, I realized I was creating a third. Anyway, once I won, I got our second sponsored trophy. Monster, send me a mini fridge, please. After finishing up the last few tranny contests, we find ourselves in the DC King of Bowls contest, the final one. And after winning, we become not only a king, but a king of kings. All that was left now were the pros and the spots. Doing the pros first, I thought this would be chill, I thought this would be easy. I mean, half of the challenges are just follow or one-up games, but for some reason, I just could not get this kickflip to tail slide to kill the challenge. It wasn't even the inward heel flip that I struggled with, just a simple kickflip to tail slide.
3 hours later.
Now remember earlier I said we have to kill 80 challenges for a trophy? Well, I didn't mention there is only 83 killable challenges in the game, which means we can skip 3 total. Now, I wasn't skipping any of them, because this game is just simply fun to play, but this Eric Costin film was starting to frustrate me. I just could not melon grab over the flower bed, so for the only time in this playthrough, I skipped killing a challenge. Perhaps I'll come back to it and kill it when we do the DLC, but for now, it lives. The third and final pro that I struggled with was the Lizard King film. I mean, look at this guy. He has no respect for personal space. Anyway, after winning our final one-up contest, and fucking killing John Cardiel, apparently, we get the trophy for all pros. Now it was time for the spots. There's 16 total, but I hadn't found them all yet. Instead of running around the map to unlock each location, there's a far more simple way to unlock them. If we go to the online challenges map, we can start a match on any spot we want. Once we spawn in, we can just quit the match, and it'll spawn us back at the spot, unlocking it for us. So I just went through the list unlocking each one I needed. Then it was time to kill. With Grinds of Destiny already taken care of, these were light work. Most were killed within the first 2 to 3 attempts, and after going monkey mode for a second, I killed the second last spot in the game to earn the title of Mass Murderer. And after spending literally less than 1 minute on the final spot, the wall, I killed it too, meeting the requirements for 3 trophies all at once. All spots owned, all challenges owned, and everything beaten and unlocked. This leaves us with 3 miscellaneous trophies till our platinum. So it's time to head back to the Super Ultra Mega Park to end this video where my love for this game started. First up is Trick Spammer for scoring a 30,000 point line, and with a couple long grabs, that was no problem at all. Now our next one is for flying spread eagle for 10 seconds, and I came across an old video of someone jumping from this rock for it.
Oh my god! Oh jeez, oh my god!
And, well, it works. And for our final trophy for the Skate 3 Platinum, all we need to do is land a Miracle Whip. And I hit that shit, rewarding us our last trophy. And the platinum. So that was Skate 3's platinum, or at least half of it. And I gotta say, it's the best platinum I made a video for so far. It was challenging, but oh so fun. And it's not over yet either. I'll be coming back in another episode for the 21 DLC trophies, because I mean, come on, an excuse to play more Skate 3? I'll take that any day. I just wish Skate 2 servers were still up. Oh well, I can always platinum Skate 4, at least until those servers go down too. Anyway, if you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe.